July 1942. The German Sixth Army begins its advance toward the Volga River, confident that the city of Stalingrad will fall quickly. But this would become one of the most brutal battles in human history. August 23, 1942, German bombers rain fire over Stalingrad, turning the city into a wasteland of smoke, rubble, and twisted metal. Yet the Soviet defenders refuse to abandon their home. As German troops push deeper into the ruins, close-quarters fighting becomes the new reality. Streets, buildings, staircases, every inch of ground becomes a battlefield. Soviet soldiers take positions inside shattered apartments and broken factories. With supplies low and exhaustion rising, they fight from room to room, determined not to give up the city that bears their leader's name. By early September, German armored units attempt to break Soviet resistance in the city's northern industrial district. Tanks and artillery fire echo through the metallic skeleton of factories, filling the air with dust and chaos. Snipers emerge as decisive players. Hidden in shadows and elevated ruins, they shape the battle one silent shot at a time. Every window becomes a threat. Every pile of debris hides death. Inside the famous Pavlov's house, Soviet soldiers turn an ordinary apartment block into an impenetrable fortress. They hold it for nearly 2 months, surviving constant bombardment and daily assaults. In the shattered Red October factory, soldiers crawl through pipes, trenches, and collapsed roofs. The front line changes by the minute, the enemy often just meters away. By October 1942, trenches cut across the city, linking hideouts, bunkers, and artillery positions. Soldiers navigate through a maze of dirt and ruin, fighting both the enemy and the freezing cold. One-on-one duels define this phase of the battle. Bayonets, knives, bare hands. War boiled down to survival in its rawest form. Artillery roars day and night. Soviet batteries fire relentlessly from the east bank of the Volga, sending shells screaming over the river into German positions. German commanders believe victory is near, but the Soviets have a different plan. Hidden from the Germans, they prepare a massive counterattack. November 19, 1942, Operation Uranus. Soviet forces launch a surprise assault from the north and south. The German flanks, held by weaker Romanian units, crumble under the pressure. Within days, a giant ring closes around Stalingrad. The German Sixth Army is encircled. The hunters have become the trapped. Through December, the Soviets tighten the noose. Food disappears. Ammunition runs low. Temperatures plunge below 30 degrees C. Frostbite and starvation claim more lives than bullets. On the frozen steppe outside the city, Soviet armor smashes through desperate German breakout attempts. The sky fills with smoke as artillery rains down without pause. Inside the ruins, every remaining German position becomes isolated. Soldiers cling to survival, their strength fading with every passing day. January 1943. Snipers continue their deadly work, now hunting starving soldiers wandering through the rubble in search of food. The battlefield has become a graveyard of ice and steel. German officers plead for evacuation, but Hitler refuses.
Surrender is forbidden.
Surrender is forbidden, he commands, condemning his own army to destruction. January 31, 1943. Field Marshal Friedrich Paulus, promoted the day before, surrenders the southern pocket. He becomes the first German field marshal ever captured alive. February 2, 1943. The last German resistance in the northern sector collapses. The Battle of Stalingrad is over. What began in the summer heat of July 1942 ends in the frozen ruins of February 1943, with nearly 2 million casualties on both sides. Stalingrad did more than mark a turning point in World War II. It showed that even in the darkest moments, courage, resilience, and sacrifice can reshape the course of history. And that's it. This is the remake of memorable World War II Battle of Stalingrad. Thank you. See you in the next battle.